Okay, for this week's graph of the week, and really for the graphs of the week going forward, we're going to have to do something different because obviously I can't print this out and hand it to you. So this is the graph of the week that we'll be doing for this week. I'm going to grab this link and I'm going to post this into Google Classroom. So you'll be able to go to this link yourself. But obviously you're not going to be able to type anything on it. This is a PDF on a website. You can't adjust this. So the way we're going to do this is you're going to go into your own Google Drive. This is mine. This is fairly organized for me. And you're going to create your own Google document. Put it somewhere where you need it, somewhere that you're going to be able to find it, because we're going to be doing this the same way that we did. This is going to be, we'll call this March Graphs of the Week. We're going to do that as usual. I'm going to go ahead and throw mine in a header here. Boop. Insert horizontal line. Great. Now it looks good. Okay. So you're going to make this document for yourself. You're going to look at it, blah, blah, blah. You're going to give it a date. Let's see, I'm making this a few days early. It'll be the 27th. It'll be Friday, March 27th, 2020. Make sure you put the date on there so that I know which one you're talking about. And then you're going to look at this graph. You're going to look at them just like you normally would. And then if it helps you to write using these bullet points, go ahead and do that. You could, if it helps you to stay organized, you could say graph 1, and then, make your bullet points here. So graph 1, and then blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then graph 2, and just answer those questions within that. Oh, that's getting annoying. So you could just answer these questions within that. Or remember, this is really a free writing exercise. You don't have to just directly answer these questions. You can describe what this graph is telling you in your own words. In fact, that's what I would prefer. So you could just come in here and you can go, oh, the Netflix generation. Well, this graph is talking about the difference between, different streaming platforms and yada, 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 different how cable is, becoming less and less prioritized. And I can look at this other graph and it's going to show me, different points of information. And then I can come back in my document and say something like, the graphs in this week's graph of the week are communicating the steady decline of blah, blah, blah. And then just make a few, good solid sentences. I'd like a good solid paragraph describing what these graphs are telling you. If you can't come up with a full paragraph, well, then you're not looking closely enough at the graph. See, it gives you all these points of information. If you just describe what these points of information are telling you, well, then you would have a full-length paragraph. Okay? So that's how we're going to do this. So the next Friday, then you'll put in Friday, and by then it'll actually be April. April whatever, 2020. So you put in that date, 2002. So 2020, and then you'll describe the second graph. And so on. So then Friday, April, other one. And keep doing that until we get to the end of April. And that's when we're going to turn these in. So end of April. So you'll have one document where you've described each of the different graphs that we'll go through. We'll just count this last March one in the April. So I should adjust this. April. April. Great. Okay. So at the end of April, you'll have a full document that has all of the graphs in it. No worries, no problems. And you should have a paragraph, a full-length paragraph for each graph. And then I'll make an assignment within Google Classroom, and you'll complete that assignment by submitting this document to it. Okay? That should make sense. If you have any questions, comment them below. Today you should be filling out. You should have a document by the end of it that has the date, a full paragraph about this graph, and that's it. All right. Thanks, guys.